Hey guys, so I feel like there's a lot out there for the first-time home buyer, but not a lot for the first-time home seller. So in this video, I will go over the step-by-step home selling process. So let's go. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I am a real estate professional here in San Diego, California, so make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos just like this one. All right, let's get started. So I wanted to make a video about the home selling process and lay it out step by step. I tend to hear a lot of information out there for first-time home buyers, but not necessarily for first-time home sellers, or possibly someone who hasn't sold a home in a while, because let's be honest, it's not every day that you're on the market to sell your home. Now, before I go over these steps, I want to point out that whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market, I do these 10 steps every single time. It's important to follow if it's a buyer's market because they will set your home apart from others. You don't want to skip out on any of these steps just because it's a seller's market either, like what we are currently in, because in not doing these steps, we are 1, doing a disservice to our client, and 2, leaving money on the table. Another extremely important tip, please, whatever you do, you want to work with a full-time, full-service professional agent. I cannot stress that enough. Also, please keep in mind that steps 6, 7, and 9 will depend on the market, whether it's a hot seller's market or a buyer's market. Okay, so now let's dive right into it. Step 1, the initial interview. By the time you start interviewing agents, you have already decided that you want to sell your home, and you may have a rough idea of how much your home will go for. You will choose a listing agent and agree on setting the price. In interviewing agents, it is extremely important that you ask them all the questions and doubts you may have. It's also important that you discuss with your agent if you will be having a sale contingent on you finding another property. What does this mean? That means that you need to sell your home in order to buy something else. Now, this is considered a double escrow, and the sale and purchase of another home is a delicate transaction because if one falls out of escrow, then they all come crashing down. Again, this is why I can't stress enough that working with an experienced agent who has done this before is extremely important. Moving on to step number 2 is a listing agreement. In this step, you will agree with your realtor on commissions, length of the listing agreement, which is typically 6 months. You will go over disclosures and sign the listing agreement. You will also go over what stays with the property, as in appliances and fixtures, and what will not. Now, typically, fixtures stay with the property, but you should let your realtor know if you will be taking with you any fixtures so that it's specified to interested buyers what's going and what's staying. After reviewing the agreement, your agent should go over the next step, which leads me to step number 3, getting your home ready for the market. In this step, you may make any repairs needed that your realtor has recommended. Usually, it's just painting some walls, patching up drywall holes, or changing out dirty light switches. You may think buyers don't notice the small things, but trust me, they do, and they do go a long way. You should also declutter your home during this stage. Since you're already planning to move, it's a great idea to move out any excess furniture and family photos into the garage. It will make it faster and easier for you to move out, and your home will look bigger and better for the professional pictures. Again, even in the hot seller's market, all these steps are important because a well-presented home will always bring in higher offers. Now, if you are selling an empty house, staging should be brought up. Staged homes will always be more appealing to a buyer. Step number 4, promotion. This is where the marketing campaign really kicks in. Your real estate agent should have professional pictures taken at the property and cinematic footage, all edited, super clean, and ready to go. Remember, we are not just selling your home, but a lifestyle to go along with it. It's important to showcase all these features in the video, especially in today's world where we are on social media, house hunting, and looking at property videos. Once all marketing is in place, it's time to show the world your home. It's important that the home be listed on the MLS with all the accurate details because all this information will be populated to major websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Home Finder, Redfin, and thousands more. According to the National Association of Realtors, 97% of home buyers use the internet in their home search. So allowing your home to be fed into syndicated websites is a very smart thing. Number 5, open houses. This is where we open the doors to the public. Now, as an agent, we need to get as many people through the door. Remember that the more people come and view your property, the higher the chances are that we get multiple offers. I always go all out when it comes to open houses. This means setting out all my open house signs and getting the right mood with some good scents and drinks for when guests walk in. Step number 6, receiving offers. Home sellers, it's your time to say which offers you will accept and which offers you will reject, and also which ones that you will counter. Now, it's not always the case, but usually the first offer tends to be the best one. This is, of course, mostly seen in buyer's markets. Remember that you don't want your house staying on the market for too long, so it's important that your price is correct. Step number 7, opening escrow. In this step, the buyer's earnest money should be deposited within 3 days of opening escrow. The deposit is just a collateral that the buyer puts down when making an offer on a home, along with a buyer's earnest money deposit. Your home will also have a thorough inspection by a professional who will be brought in by the buyers. Depending on the offer, the buyers will submit a request for repairs. This is only a request, so you have the option to object the repairs because maybe they're too much, like requesting a new roof. Now, you can resolve the request by offering credit to the buyers out of the close of escrow or have the repairs taken care of. Again, this is something that may make or break a deal depending on the scope of work. I always suggest for buyers to be fair when asking for repairs and for sellers to be understanding as well. Step number 8, title insurance. You, the seller, will pay for the cost of the title insurance policy issued to the buyer. Basically, you're proving that you have nothing to hide. For example, there are no liens or judgments filed against your home. You, the seller, will provide the buyer with a clear title to the property. Step number 9, home appraisal. Believe it or not, this is a very, very important step because it can cause a sale to fall through if the purchase price is too high. It's important to price your home accordingly to your comparative market analysis. Your home appraisal is an unbiased estimate of a true or fair market value. So as a seller, you need to understand that a low appraisal will most likely mean that a seller will ask to lower your home price to get it sold. No buyer wants to overpay for a property. Now, this can delay or derail the transaction, and know that the bank won't loan the buyer more than what the home is worth. But as I said earlier, this step will vary depending on where the market is at. If you've been keeping tabs recently, you've probably heard the term waiving appraisal a lot. This means that no matter what the appraisal comes in at, the buyer will be following through with the buying process. Just an example, if you accepted an offer at $800,000 and the appraisal came in below that number, the buyer will need to bridge the gap with money out of pocket. Now, if the appraisal comes in higher than the purchase price, then that's just a plus for the buyer. That means that they're buying a home for under market value. Now, usually when appraisals come in above purchase price, it's not that far off. It just depends on the purchase price. Step number 10 is closing. You sign documents, you receive the net proceeds, and you turn over the key. So congratulations, you just sold your home. One of the best feelings as a home seller and home buyer is closing escrow. This means both parties have agreed to everything, so it's time to go out and search for your next property. And that's it. These were the 10 steps of the home selling process. Thanks for watching this video. If this added any value, please hit the like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. If you feel I should have discussed more of any of what I went over, let me know if you would like me to make a video diving deeper into any of these steps. I know this was a quick overview of the home selling process, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one.